Alchemy cannot be explained in words. It's an experience.
They need to explore on their own once they come inside the class.
So 1 lakh நான் சொன்னது average earn பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். Now the earning what I was doing, now I'm earning 300% more. Exactly after the alchemy.
Approximately I have lost around maybe you can say around 20 kgs.
I think this was a completely new approach which I never ever seen anywhere.
Simple path where I can just walk very comfortably without effortlessly doing anything and getting the result.
This question is always there in millions and millions of people's mind, you know, whether a person is a good or a bad person, should I move with him or should I be a friend, consider him as my friend or not. Before getting into this, all these things, you're talking about two different things. One is you're asking about a judgment, and the second thing is good or bad. Okay, first let me talk about judgment. Never ever judge a person. Okay, not only judging a person, or never judge anything, because all the so-called judgment will always be wrong. You understand? Because the moment you judge a person and you just come to a conclusion about a quality or a behavior of a person, now you have made him, the decision becomes a static one. But life is not static, life is dynamic. Every moment, everything is changing. See, your mind has got many layers, okay. Say for example, your mind has got 4 layers fundamentally. Your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind, and collective unconscious mind. Out of which 99.99% of the people in the world are, dealing with the whole world using your conscious mind. Now, your conscious mind will always, judge everybody in this world, which is very wrong, because a person may not be the same all the time. Today, see, when you get up in the morning, in one moment you're very peaceful, another moment you're angry, another moment you're very happy, another moment you're agitated, another moment you're very fearful, another moment you're very solid, another moment you're very calm. So, in one particular day from morning till night, you go through a different kind of emotion all through the day. Now, when I assume that I come to your home for the first time, and you and your wife are having a big fight at that particular time, okay, but you people are so loving each other, such a nice couple. You've been married for about 10 years or 15 years, and you've been a wonderful couple all the time. But on that particular day, there was some little petty issue which has propped up, and you people were fighting like a crazy people, okay. So the moment I entered your house, you just pretended to be very nice with each other, and it was so visible by looking at your face. Now, the moment I look at you and I found out that you people are fighting, now immediately when I get into a judgment, oh my God, these people are not at all happy. Now, my conscious mind has made a registry about you two people that you're not okay. But the moment I leave, your fight would have been settled and you're back, you're both such a loving person. But after that, assume I've not met you for the next 5 years or 10 years. But this one vision, when I came to your house and when I saw you both guys were fighting, that will remain in my mind, and it remains in my conscious mind, and it goes to my subconscious mind also, that these two people are always fighting and they are not in good terms. But that's not true. That one particular moment you are like that, after that you're okay. You're such a loving couple. Now, this conclusion, this mind is always, try to judge the whole world. which will go completely wrong, and you know, assume a situation which is other way also. There is another couple which is always, they are not in good terms all through their life. Their life is so miserable, but some moments they were so loving and they were so beautiful. At that particular point, when you go and meet that couple, and if you see them, oh, these people, this couple is so very nice, they are such a loving couple, that's what you will judge. But when you, the moment you leave, they again start fighting, you know. So when you look at life, everything is changing, everything is dynamic. Now, when life goes like this, now if you keep on start judging, whole life will become miserable. You will miserably fail in your, you know, judgment and going ahead. Then how do I go about, Guruji? Now that's a $1 million question. Now, how do I know that this person is the right person to move with? Should I consider him as my friend? Should I move with him? Should I deal with him in my business? Should I make him as a business partner? Should I make him as my life partner? How do I go about? Now, let's come to the solution. Now, as I told you earlier, there are two kinds of mind. One is your logical mind and another one is your intuitive mind, you know, the intuition. And in the layman language, I can tell this is the feel, you know, the feel. When you look at a person, your logical mind will start judging him in one particular manner, but your feel will say something. Oh, this person is a nice person. You will have a different feel when you encounter a person. Now, always listen to your feel. That is, listen to your heart. You know, this is what we call it as head-oriented person and heart-oriented person. Your heart will never ever go wrong. And the heart is always, you know, momentary. It will just get into this particular moment and the feel is just present. It doesn't come from the past. Your logical mind is always from the past and it is static. It is not dynamic. But your heart is always dynamic. So at this particular moment, when you encounter a person, your feel will clearly tell, you know, what this person is. The moment you listen to the feel or listen to the heart, that will tell you whether this person, this moment, is he okay or not. And that feel will never ever go wrong. But, you know, normally we don't do this because the feel will say something, your logical mind will say something. Because your logical mind will always go by security and fear, because man is always, you know, carries fear in him. Fear and insecurity is a constant companion. Now, because of this fear, you know, you go into judgmental and your logical mind will always dominate and it is always prejudiced. So I would say never ever judge a person, because there is no such person who is permanently good, or there is no such person who is permanently bad. You know, everybody, you know, behavior changes moment to moment, moment to moment. And there's one more important thing is there's no such thing as good or bad in this whole existence. Everything is man created. For one person, this quality may be good. For another person, that quality may not be good. So your way of looking things is different. My way of looking is different. His way of looking is different. So how do you say which is good or bad? In existence, there is no such thing as good and bad. So there is no point in, you know, deciding whether good or bad. Always go with your heart. It is always right. You know, that's the most important thing.